I think we're pretty much all here. Steve isn't going to make it tonight. He has other business. We might be seeing Bob Bloomberg if we're lucky.
I think he's going to come on for a short time anyway.
Great.
Talked
Welcome,
earlier
Phyllis.
today, so
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone this afternoon. And welcome, Jay, and welcome, Oleg. And Roberto, hello.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah. But you can't hear us?
Okay, for some reason you can't hear through my headphones, but at least I can hear you through the computer. I have to ask what's going on with the competition this month with the special. I downloaded the content and I see that the specials are listed. It's all in the same category, and the specials aren't even in the straw poll. What's the story?
We have two straw polls, one for the open and one for the special. We're going to do both the open and the special tonight. The open division will do our normal select your top three. For the special division, we're just going to select our just select one because it's a small group.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Would do our what?
Melinda, why don't you restart your computer, and that way I can explain it to you.
No, I can hear you. You just mumbled when
you are dropping out, Matt.
Or the critical part.
Okay, we'll try this again. We have both divisions tonight. We have, let's see, I think we're picking up some ambient noise. If you wouldn't mind muting yourself, everybody, I think Belinda will hear more clearly. So both divisions are tonight. We have two straw polls. For the open division, we'll be making our normal top three selections. For the special, since it's a smaller group, we'll just be making one selection. We'll probably do the open first and then follow up with the special. Combined, it's a big group, so I will propose that we go ahead and get started. Does that answer your question, Melinda?
Perfect.
Yes, I didn't see the separate link for the straw poll. I just saw one URL at the end of the presentation.
Yeah, let me put the links in the chat and we'll get this meeting started. And I will share the two straw poll links at the end of the divisions.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, and I think we all know what these links are, but you'll see at the bottom there's a separate link for the special division poll, and I'll share those again at the conclusion of that group.
Okay, and I'll just restart my computer and try to figure out what's going on here.
Okay, yeah, that'll probably fix it. Let me share
Thanks.
my screen here. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. It always takes me a couple tries here. Try that one more time. Let's see. Okay, one more try. Nope, that's the anaglyph. I got to get it right this time. I'll get it. While I set this up, does anyone have anything they would like to announce or share with the group?
Well, how was the 3D Con? For those who attended.
3D Con was awesome. We had fabulous tours. Unfortunately, I just got home last night, so I had no time to send anything in. And I have several hundred photographs to go through, but you'll be seeing some images from there eventually. It was amazing, though. We learned a lot of things, had great speakers and great workshops. Very, very good.
Sounds amazing.
Definitely worth going to.
Phyllis, how were the excursions? Did you participate in those?
Oh my gosh, the excursions were so good. The first one was so good. It went to a place called Hot Sam's, which was a 10-acre piece of property with the most amazing sculptural, strange things you can imagine. You'll be seeing a lot of photos of those. And we were Bob and I actually had such a good time there that we went to this part of the first half of the second tour, and then went back to this place and did an interview of them, and we're probably going to put together a show from what we got both times. The people that put this together were really an amazing couple, and so it's going to end up being a show.
Excellent. Well, can't wait to see that.
I can't either. We have a whole lot of work to do between now and then.
I can imagine. Yeah. That's the downside of taking hundreds of excellent photos.
Yes, it's going to be very difficult.
Welcome, Ed. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. There are a couple slides that I'm going to show before we get into the actual slideshow. We actually have two of them. I first wanted to give a brief update about the Stereo Vision show that we gave at the Internet Archive. And this is a photo of it. If you're following along on our live streams, it'll update in a few moments. I think the show was a success. We had a pretty good turnout. I think at the peak, maybe 19 or 20 people, which is pretty good for one of our shows. They didn't last the whole show. Quite a few people did leave. I think those pews that serve as the theater seating are pretty unforgiving. But we do have more events planned at the Internet Archive that I will be sharing later. And I'll also show, these are the projectors. If you're wondering why we projected on a little screen in front of a big screen, their big screen isn't a silver screen. While the projectors could fill that big screen, we used our portable silver screen, and it worked pretty well. Hey, Melinda, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, that was tough. Thanks.
Thanks, Melinda. All right, let's go ahead and start with our open division. We'll do the open division first, we'll vote on the poll, and then we will do our special division. And Ed, you're up first. The title is Salt Crystals.
Okay, yeah, thank you. This was an experiment. Compound microscopes, one single light path. It's not a stereo microscope, and I had tried once before to use that stacking software that generates a 3D image, but I didn't really like the look. And then I read an article. This is something that is used by paleontologists to take pictures of microfossils, and this is just an experiment. What they do is they put the thing under a microscope. This is about 100 100 times magnification and take a picture, and then you just slide a shim under one end of the slide. And so you get a slightly different angle, and then you take another picture. So that's what this is. It was a lot more work than it sounds like, because first thing I found out is that you put little crystals on a slide, and when you move it, the crystals all move. So I had to put there's a little drop of resin glue, and so they're embedded in this resin. And then it got to be like exactly how much you lift this thing to get the right angle. And then, of course you lift it and then it's off center. So you have to realign it and refocus. So there was a lot of experimenting. And what I ended up doing was I finally, I took about 30 frames.
You wanted to switch me for the Thursday.
Hey
Right.
guys. And I did the stacking focus. So I took 30 frames, did the stack, lifted, reframed it, did the stack, did a little tweaking with the saturation, and then put it through the stereo photo maker. So it's actually a lot of work for one picture. But anyway, so it was an experiment. So
It looks really good. I think you just have it in pseudo stereo though.
That's what I was gonna say. It's better in the other way around.
Yeah, let me see if I can swap these. It'll take a moment to update. And,
Psychedelic.
yeah, psychedelic, very much so. I've heard of that technique, using like a little tilt table in order to get the stereo effect.
Did you use polarized light?
Ed, did you get that question? Did you use
no, I
polarized light?
didn't hear it.
Did you have a polarizer on the light source?
No, this is not. This is if you're familiar with my microscopy, this is called dark field. There's a little black disc in the center of the light, so that the illumination is coming from the periphery. But there's no polarization. The color is just from the LED and from the crystals, from the glue.
Very impressive. Well, thank you, Ed, and thank you for your patience in waiting for this meeting. I've been sitting on these for a week. I've been looking forward to showing them. Let me swap these back, and we will move ahead to one by Bob, who will probably be joining us later. The title is Cobo Park Conservatory. I'm going to suggest that we come back to this after Bob joins us. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Okay.
It is beautiful. So let's move on to one by Jay. Mir 01 is the title. Jay, welcome. Tell us about this.
Shot with the Lume Pad 2, and it's a store in Santa Cruz. Took a little trip there a few weeks ago. And yeah, just saw the security mirror, so free fisheye. Oh, I'm sorry. This one is actually the. I used my camera phone and did a cha-cha.
Is this pseudo?
It's coming up right on mine.
Try it the other way.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Actually, you're right.
That's better.
Yeah. Oops.
It might have still been switched over.
Yeah, I thought I had switched it back.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
you did
missed
actually.
one.
Yeah, it was switched back, and now this one's pseudo. So, and we'll just
Yeah,
keep an eye on this, I guess.
yeah. So yeah, this looks pseudo to me now on the three streams. How does it look to
Um,
you, Jay? You're the maker. You were there.
Um, no, I'm actually looking at the download files, so I can't tell.
Okay.
this looks more correct to me. However, it is right now. I think this is the matte flopped version we're looking at right now.
I think it's correct this way also.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the sphere looks spherical, but
Yeah,
in pseudo, a J stands out.
the
So the question is whether the photographer is coming out of the screen or going into it.
should be going into it. The those bars on the left should be behind the sphere.
Okay. In that case, the original is correct. It's just the reflection looks better in pseudo.
Yeah.
This would have been a high score in our pseudo special a month or two ago. When I first saw this, Jay, I thought you were using some sort of a sphereize effect in Stereo Photo Maker or some other app. I didn't realize you were actually shooting into a reflective sphere. I'm going to switch these back.
Yeah, yeah. To get that high angle, you wouldn't see me.
As formatted, which is the way it's being presented right now, you can see dust on the surface of the sphere. That's the giveaway to which way it's supposed to be. And that's flopped. And yeah, no, the reflection looks good, but it's actually inverted.
But now the bars are behind the sphere.
Well, now I'm seeing the bars in front of the sphere. Now you have it flopped, correct? At least on my YouTube delay.
No, on the YouTube stream, it should be correct. Let's move forward to one that's a little easier to perceive, and we'll know for sure if it's pseudo or not. And it's one by me. And let me check this myself. Yeah, that's right. This title is Fairy Fest 2025, and that's what this is a photo of. There was a bubble machine out of frame, and I took advantage of it, and we all know that bubbles look great in 3D.
And with the black background, this is terrific.
Yeah, that's great.
And the bubbles in the sun against the dark. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, otherwise they'd be pretty much invisible.
I like how they kind of fill the whole space.
This month I've had negative space in mind, and I'll talk about that in one of my later entries for tonight. That's kind of what I was going for here, filling that empty space at this entrance to the ferry building.
Right. It's like the subject is almost taking a picture of that volumes of space. That's the subject.
That's exactly the idea. Yeah, I think you got it.
And I think Oleg wrote an essay on that too.
Yeah, Oleg might have something to say about some of mine tonight. Welcome, Bob.
Hey there.
Glad you could make it. We have one by you up next, and in saying that, I'm going to go back a couple. If you're looking at the download files, we're going to go back to image number 5. And this is Bob's. This is Como Park Conservatory. and that'll pop up for you any minute now, Bob.
Well, I'm actually watching on two devices here. I've got you on the iPad and on my desktop, so I can see an anaglyph or side by side. So.
Looks like you got a lot done on the plane.
Actually waiting in the airport.
Was this taken at 3DCon?
Yeah, this was the second day's excursion. And we stayed for this part of it. This was the Como Conservatory, Como Park.
Yeah, that's a great concept. I particularly like the how you got some 3D clouds in there too.
Were those 3D clouds the result of a cha-cha, Bob, or?
Yeah, this started out as a cha-cha.
Very successful.
Thanks.
And 3DCon was a success.
Yeah. Well, it's like going to 3D camp. You get to see all the friends you don't see during the year, except this one time. And there were some great shows and great images, and the organization who put together the excursion was great. As Phyllis mentioned, it was like finding your people. The first day at Hot Sam's, I knew we couldn't see nearly enough of it in the small time we had available. So rounded up a posse of Bob Benizia and Phyllis, and we played hooky from the second part of the second day excursion. And it was the highlight of the whole trip for me.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, the couple as she mentioned, the couple that runs the place just so extraordinary and wonderful and sweet. So we made new best friends that day. And I'm sure we'll be doing something in the future on this.
Awesome.
We did an interview with the X-Beam Pro. I interviewed Jake, who's the main creative force behind it. So he went into the whole origin story and their origin story, and just amazing.
I hear we're gonna get a whole show about it.
Let's hope.
All right. Well, thanks, Bob, and welcome.
Sure.
Let's jump ahead to image number 8 in the slideshow. This is one by Melinda. Let me get there. Let us catch up. The title is Anchor Chain Factory Found.
Yeah, I put a dash before found, but I guess it got removed in the submission software. So that's just to make it clear that this was found stereo that I from screen grabs I took from a YouTube video. Just saw this amazing video on how anchor chains are made, and there's this factory in China. These links are enormous. I mean, each link is almost the size of a person, and it takes an incredible amount of time and work just to make one link. It's quite
Heavy.
it's quite impressive. Oh yeah, and it looks terribly dangerous, and it's also glowing orange, red when they bend the things around, and then they just do all these different steps of welding and painting and all sorts of stuff, and the end result is an enormous chain for like tanker ships or something. And but yeah, there was just this moment where it wasn't a panning shot. It was kind of orbiting this whole factory floor, but it worked out pretty well as a stereogram. Really well lit. They had this guy. I'm pretty sure they put that guy just there just for scale, because he obviously couldn't be doing anything to a chain that heavy. But
That's amazing. I thought you'd stuck a little action figure in there
no, that's a
in
real person.
Photoshop.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a fairly exaggerated stereo base, so it'll have that diminutive effect. But it's yeah, yeah, you have to watch the video. It's the scale of it is just it's just incredible. I'll go and find the YouTube link and put it in the chat later.
Yeah, put it in the
I
chat,
definitely
please.
encourage everybody to go see it. It's really quite satisfying. And that's the name of the channel too, Satisfying Tech. You can see their logo in the back. And that just happened to luckily put itself at a perfectly appropriate depth. I really didn't have to do much at all to this stereo pair.
Yeah, it's really well framed. I thought it was a creative when I first saw it. Like Bob said, I thought that that you would put that person in there.
Yeah, it's that's just kind of how it comes out with that much separation. It sort of surprised me too. It's not the feeling you get in the watching the 2D video. But yeah, I'll get this whole Lilliputian, Lilliputian,
Lilliputian.
Lilliputian. Thank you. But Lilliputian look. It's that just popped out. So I'm as surprised as you are.
Very successful. Thank you, Melinda.
Hmm?
Oleg, this is one by you, Bubble Girl, and spectators at Novato Wine Festival.
Yeah, the original picture, the girl in the bubble was much smaller. I enlarged her so she was more in line with the spectators there.
You mean she was just a smaller person, or was she farther away?
She was she was a normal size, but far away. Yeah.
So you made the whole bubble closer?
Yeah, I did that too.
Wow. It's a lot of paint out.
Yeah, I don't see any artifacts from that. Very well done. Oleg, I think we've seen stereo photos by you of similar things, whatever this is. This bubble pool, this inflatable bubble playground.
Yeah.
Makes a great subject.
Bubbles are always a great subject.
Yes. In stereo, indeed. Thanks, Oleg.
You're welcome.
Bob, coming up next is Do These Beers Make Our Butts Look Big?
And I should give credit to Phyllis, who did the shot and helped us align our feet so they wouldn't show.
All right.
Yeah, this was just one of the stops at Hot Sam's Antiques and Photo Park.
So these are novelty bar stools. Is that what I'm looking at here?
Yeah,
Got it.
you sit in them and
Got it.
Very cute.
that Wonder Woman in the doorway behind that bar?
Good eye.
Figure.
Yep.
Yep. Whoops. I may lose everybody here. I'm down to 5% on this iPad.
Uh-oh.
So I'll try to get in some other way if it fades out.
And then you have a green screen person next to
Alien,
her.
I
Is that
think.
what that is?
I think it's a little alien sculpture.
So it's an alien green
Yeah,
screen?
It's an alien guy.
A little green man.
There's several of those throughout the park.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the one that should have been on the bench in the missing spot.
Yeah.
And what was this park called again?
It's called Hot Sam's Antiques and Photo Park.
Hot Sam's. Okay.
If you look it up online, yeah, he's just an incredible person. And there
So
are
it
a couple.
is the concept that the park is full of these ready-made photo ops? Yeah, intentional.
I think it was just a labor of love for him. His family has a long line of junk dealers and salvage yard scavengers. And the interview I did with him, he talks about his great-grandfather escaping from Armenia, from the Holocaust, the Turks, and coming to America. And his mother, who was nicknamed Hot Sam, took over the junk business. And everything that you see in the park, which is 10 acres, he either found in various places or people have, given it to him. But he's a great scavenger. And what makes the park is the way he's put everything together and the art that he puts behind it. And as I say, it was just like finding your people. Didn't want to leave.
There are a few of the spots that were specifically designed for photos, but most of it is just amazing places you can photograph anything, anywhere, any angle. It's quite fun.
What a great concept. We need more photo parks out here.
We'll put something together for the club.
Yeah.
Maybe a little short slideshow just to give a taste of some of the things that you can see in the park.
Please do. Yeah, we'll make time
And-
for that.
And where is it? One more time. What town?
Outside of Minneapolis.
Yeah, what's the?
I don't know what the city is.
It's about 30 minutes. It was about 30 minutes from the airport or so.
I've put a link to Hot Sam's Antiques and Photo Park in the chat. And Jay has also posted a link to the video that Melinda used for her Anchor Chain Factory found stereo photo. So be sure to
Oh, you
check
found
those
it.
out.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jay is on top of it. Thanks, Bob.
Sure.
Roberto, welcome. Coming up
Thank you.
next is Drunk Ale.
Yes, this is a friend of mine. We were shooting some photos here in Mexico City. We have a very large, like a central park here in Mexico City. I believe it's a little bit bigger. And inside of this park, there are many museums, and we got into this one. And we saw this piece of art, and I asked her to stand on the other side of this piece. And I believe that the results are like quite good for the purpose of stereoscopic view.
Can I ask what the orientation is of the piece? Are we looking up? Was this down and turned upside down, or?
Well,
Camera's
actually,
upside down.
yes, that's right. We the original the original picture is upside down. I am
Oh
on
yeah, I
the
see some feet there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, and those are her feet.
Uh-huh.
And I am on the other side of the piece. This is on the floor, and there are many glasses like wine or many types of glasses. And she was standing on the other side of this piece.
Oh, it's not.
As they say, well seen.
Barry Bieber.
It's fun.
I might suggest adjusting the window there, or else if you wanted to do a frame and have some of the glasses sticking out, you could do that.
Yes, well, we were running out of time and we have to rush. But this was like 3 photos, and this was, well, actually, all three were well done. But I wanted to share with you this one. Maybe next time I will share with you the others.
Yeah, please,
The
please
name
share
of the
those with
park.
us.
Well, in Mexico City, it's Chapultepec. It's a Nahuatl name, so it's a little bit difficult for foreigners. But this is a huge park here in Mexico City. It's the largest one. So inside of this park, this is the name of this museum or this art space. The name is Espacio, like in English is space, and this is inside of this park. There are many museums inside of this park, so you can enjoy, I don't know, a week inside of the park, and you won't repeat a museum.
Well, keep sharing photos of it. We'd love to see more.
Sure.
Very nice. Thank you, Roberto.
Thank you.
Ed, we have one of yours coming up next. Sugar Crystal is the title.
This isn't. Oh, sorry.
Hey, Ed.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, well, this is with the stereo microscope. It's not really very high magnification, and I just liked it because the colors, the physical crystal's the same, but the colors are different, left and right. So, you look at it in the 3D, and the colors kind of like float, like a rainbow. So that was kind of what appealed to me about it.
Yeah, it's a very nice retinal rivalry effect.
Yeah, I guess that's what it's called.
It's kind of like
It's kind of like a
energized.
Jackson Pollock without the.
Yeah, if you look at it 2D, it's just patterns.
It does look polarized.
Yeah, this is polarized. This is polarized.
Huh.
Yeah, you really lose any sense of structure in 2D. Much more successful in 3D. Ed, was this the same tilt mechanism?
No, this just like I just dissolve some sugar and water and let it dry up in a glass like a petri dish, and I put it under the stereo microscope. So I had to take the double mic.
Got it.
Well,
Didn't have to really do anything. Take another.
here's some sugar water that I allowed to evaporate.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you can. It's a little too bright even. Huh?
It looks like a crystal, not a clear crystal.
Yeah, it's true. It is kind of cloudy. It was my first attempt at a big crystal.
So that's a
It's
crystal
not very
that
pure.
you grew from sugar water?
Yeah, I made a solution of sugar water and hung a little seed crystal off a little bit of nylon fishing line and attached that to the lid of a mason jar. And then just put it in the cupboard for a month or so.
Wow. Well, if you get your hands on a stereo microscope, you know what to do.
Yeah, there's lots of things I would look at, but it's hard. Macros are really challenging.
They are indeed, yeah. Well, it looks like we lost Ed, but he'll be back. And that was Ed's, those were Ed's 2 submissions for this month. He's really doing interesting micro stereo work. Can't wait to see more. Until then, though, let's move ahead to one by Jay. The title is Steam. And Jay, you might need to unmute yourself. There you go.
Yeah, so the trip to Santa Cruz, there's a live steam engine. I forgot the name of the place, but
Roaring
they've got
Camp?
trip. What?
Roaring Camp?
Yes, that's it. Yeah, so we took the trip up to the mountains, and this was one of the pictures with a Lume Pad too. Yeah, that's it. I sort of like the abstractness of it.
That's a great
I love how I've
subject.
got steam at 3 different depths. That's
Yeah.
that's a very nice effect.
And plenty of depth,
Yep.
too, for that, relatively narrow base.
And good exposure too.
Saying the same, gonna say the same thing. I've tried shooting railroad locomotives in bright sunlight, and yeah, I never get that much detail.
Yeah, very successful.
And perfect synchronization.
Yeah, Nima did a good job supervising that,
It's a great
making sure the
device.
cameras was good.
And now that they're not readily available, I really cherish mine. Yeah, well done. Thank you, Jay. I've got one coming up next, and the title is on the photo, Nautical Goodfellas. And this is a cha-cha I took on my lunchtime walk around downtown Oakland. And I don't know what it means, but I liked the layers that were revealed in this smartphone hyper cha-cha. And in the background on the right, that's the Oakland City Hall building.
I guess silver lining, you're going to be able to get some good pictures of, National Guard, Marines on your downtown trips.
Yeah, I'll probably be shooting them a little more covertly. Definitely don't want to get in the middle of that, but you're right. Yeah, there's since Oakland was called out today, it's likely we're going to have a visit from the National Guard.
Get you a stereo photographer, yellow vest.
Wear my press hat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Melinda, you're up next. The title is Ollie Up.
Yeah, so this is like my favorite little spot that I often walk to for sunset. Seems like all the denizens of the neighborhood sort of congregated at this one little spot. I don't know why, but I love it. It's there's always something funny going on. And today was a bunch of skaters shooting some skate videos. And I really wanted to get some shots of somebody else who was doing some big jumps, but he was being filmed by a video camera, and that was the prime view, so I couldn't really get in the way of that. But this other guy was doing these, did a couple of jumps up from the ground up onto this platform. It's about 3 feet up, and somehow he manages to get himself in the bike and a skateboard up on top of this thing. And this is pretty much the only shot I got of him in the air. So it was pretty lucky timing.
Oh,
And
that looks perfect.
not much else to say. Just, found a pleasing crop and added a border.
I like how the tree branches mimic the gesture of his hand.
Oh yeah, totally planned. Yep, just the happy accident.
This was with the phone that you used, the camera?
Yes, with the red phone.
Now, I usually find that when I pull out my cameras around skateboarders, that they take off. Did you get any reaction from this skateboarder after you took this photo?
Yeah, it was very brief. Let's see, and I probably won't get the timing right, but I was trying to be nonchalant about bringing up the camera and and getting the shot perfectly candidly. But I think he saw my intent or something, and he gave me kind of a knowing smile. And I can't remember if I got this picture before or after that happened. But he seemed a little reluctant to do it afterwards, so I just took my picture and left.
Yeah, that would be my strategy too. Yeah, wow, great action shot.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Melinda. And welcome back, Bob, and welcome back, Ed. Let's move on. Our next photo is by Oleg, and the title is Diners Having Breakfast at Hangar 5.
It's Hangar 6.
Is it Hangar 6? Well, my
Yeah,
notes here say
I made a
5,
mistake.
but I'll take your word for it.
I'm guessing the dog moved.
Pardon me?
Looks like the dog moved, or you did some work on the dog. That's all I
Oh
can
yeah,
tell.
he was in the complete shadow, so I brought him out.
Huh.
But and the composition, I like the way that Hangar 6 sign dominates the picture.
And it's right at the stereo window, or at least the 6 part.
Yeah.
I appreciate that Hangar 6 sign isn't intersecting anything like like one of those umbrellas in the back or any people. It really just stands there on its own. It doesn't interfere with any part of the composition. And plenty of depth also.
And then he made the border the same color as the sign.
Yeah.
And I had to wait about 10 minutes until all the people and the dog were looking in the right place. I carry a tripod, so I don't have to lift the camera.
I was going
Hold
to
the
ask.
camera.
Get the dog looking up.
Yeah. It was good. But like I say, he was in shadows, so I had to bring him out.
Since you had the camera on a tripod, Oleg, would you consider taking multiple exposures and combining them to get the...
I do that sometimes, but it's kind of cheating, I think. You're trying to capture, what's the guy's name? The decisive moment guy. One of the original photographers using a
Cartier-Bresson.
yeah, Cartier-Bresson. Capture the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. Well done, Oleg. Let's see, Bob Bloomberg, this next one is by you. This is one of your original submissions, and I kept it in the group. I'm not sure if you really wanted me to or not, but I liked it quite a bit. Clifford's Car is the title.
I'm trying to get back. I had to switch several different devices. Now I'm on my iPhone, so trying to get, here we go. Okay.
Sounds like your
Oh, there we
batteries are
go.
depleted.
Okay,
after
now
the
I can
trip.
see what you're showing. Yeah, this is one of the stops at Hot Sam's. This is Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Well, it looks like this
It's a nice wide angle.
Thanks. Yeah, this is just a iPhone Cha-Cha.
The park is full of these kinds of things.
Yeah, I wish we had one of these out here. It looks like it was a great excursion. Yeah, thanks, Bob. Glad
Sure.
you made it back. Roberto, I see you're back.
Yep.
We are looking at Netflix version.
Yes. This one is the one that I promised that I was going to show you. Is this is one of my tests of light painting and with the strobes and long shutter. So this is like, as I told you, this is a 30 seconds shot that I took. The one that frees me is it was with the strobes, the flashes, and then I lose this LED stick like a lightsaber, like Luke Skywalker, and I walk around the frame without trying to avoid the places that I was standing, so it doesn't make me transparent. So it's like a continuous shot. So that's the trick of this shot.
So
Very
third,
nice.
Yeah, it's great how the undulations sort of add up correctly. The sort of thickest parts get the brightest. Very
Yes.
nice effect.
Yes, it was hard because I have to do everything alone. So it was synchronize the strobes, standing, then turning on the light, walking, and well, it was a little bit difficult, but I believe the effort worth it.
Now I noticed there's two spots on the floor. Were the were the poles on a stand or something until you pick them up or something, or?
The light on the floor is, those are lights that I don't know why the flashes mark that they are ready and they are uh, blinking, and I for the next time I will try to tape something on the on this LED so they don't spot these lights.
I mean, I like it. I assumed it was coming from the wand, but
It's coming from the
I guess not.
undersides of the cameras.
No, this
I see.
yes, the flashes were like blinking, that telling that they are those are ready. So, but I didn't have at that time something to block them, and they appear in the shot.
I mean, for this shot, I think it's helpful. I like the effect.
Oh, excuse me.
Yep. Well, yep. This is the one of those that I tried, and this was part of the test that I made with the pseudo version that I took last month.
Very successful.
Thank you.
How many attempts did it take for you to get this this exposure?
For this one, like 2 or 3. The most difficult were at the beginning that I was trying. Many of they became transparent, so or the light was faded. It wasn't like this solid, like the one that you can see here. So I try like at the beginning, like I maybe like 15 shots, and then I got it right.
Oh, right. Yeah, very successful and great 3D also. I can't wait to
Thank
see
you.
more. Do you
Yeah,
have
sure. I will try more. I have to. We are trying to find this inside of this Chapultepec Park. There are some artistic spaces, and those are from the government, so you can borrow them. So we are making some arrangements so they can let us use it. This is a basement, a huge basement, so maybe we can fit like 20 or 30 people inside of this, and we were trying to do something big in this one.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we can get this permission to use the space, but we are thinking that we are going to make it.
Yeah, good luck. Let us know how it goes.
Thank you. You will see
Yeah.
the results if I success with this.
If I can make a suggestion, if you can find anybody with a drone, you can put some lights on a drone and have them fly through the space while you're taking the picture.
I don't know if the space allow it, because this is a basement, because we need to be really dark. So I don't know if it's going to be dangerous because it's going to be dark. And second, it's enclosed, so I don't know if the drone is going to detect the height of the ceiling. We will try. I don't promise anything, but we will try it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
By the way, this one doesn't work at all as an anaglyph. I'm looking at the anaglyph screen.
No.
It,
As I told you, the one that worked perfectly was the one that I showed you last month.
last month, right? It's not a criticism; it's merely an observation.
But this one has the red elements in the front and the blue in the back, which gives a natural 3D effect in 2D.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Chroma depth. You could try
Chrome
with
depth.
chroma
Thank
depth.
you. Mhm.
Thanks, Roberto.
Thank you.
Okay, Jay, you're up next. WSP Afternoon version 2. You had explained to me what WSP is.
Yeah.
Do you want to share that? with the
Washington
group?
Square Park.
Washington Square Park.
And this was my second attempt at cropping it. So other version I didn't submit was a bit looser. So there's the woman on the right, she's just in this like beam of sunlight. Before and after it's pretty dark, like the woman on the left. So I just stayed there for a while and just shot when people hit the sunlight. And this was like near sunset. You could see the lights pretty low. Yeah, it's just a really nice afternoon in the park. And Lume Pad too.
Yeah, that light makes the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reflection, I believe that's coming from a building. The one that spot it is like a spot on the girl. It's really nice.
You know, yeah, that's just the open beam area. Yeah.
Well, the shadows of the people in the background are coming from the other direction, so the shadow of the girl must be reflecting off a piece of glass or something.
Yeah. You know, I'll
Yes,
have to look on
another
Google Maps to see. Good point. That might be from a building.
Yeah, I think it is. It has that characteristic, that quality
Yeah.
of light being bounced off a high rise or something. Yeah, that's excellent.
Thank you.
And it's I love that you have the fountain in the background. There's no depth way back there, but that you've frozen it at space really adds to this for me also. Very nice. Thank you, Jay. This next one is mine. Negative Space is the title. And I had mentioned that negative space was kind of a theme for me for this month. And I will tell you what inspired me. I finally read a book by a neurologist, Dr. Sue Berry, called Fixing My Gaze. And I think some of us here may have read it or heard of it. Dr. Sue Berry was born with an ocular condition that was corrected surgically at a young age, a pretty common condition, but she never gained stereopsis. She never learned to see in 3D until late in life, until I think her 40s. And through training, through exercises, she was able to gain stereo vision. And the book itself, her account, a lot of it has to do with the sort of the neurology of the plasticity of the brain. But she also describes and she articulates very well the experience of seeing in stereo for the first time. And something that she mentioned was being able to make sense or to see negative space. And her point was that seeing in 3D is more than seeing in depth, seeing in relief. It really changes your whole perception of the world. And I was very inspired by that, and I wanted to capture negative space. And what we're seeing here, it's all in camera. I have a whole series of these, but I'm only showing this one. And I'm shooting through two windows. In Oakland, there are a lot of vacant storefronts, and I went around town and shot through kind of the corner windows. So I'm shooting through a number of reflections here, reflections bouncing off the interior of the glass, as well as reflections on the outside of the glass. And I was very happy with the effect. And that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah, it's terrific. So you're outside an empty cafe. Is that shooting through the window?
Precisely, yeah.
With Civic Center reflected behind you.
This is an abandoned Jamba Juice, and reflected behind me is City Center. And looking through the window, we can see the 12th Street BART station and the Clorox building.
Got it.
There's a
Something
lot going
almost
on here.
Rene Magritte about the disembodied legs.
Yeah, so that person was walking behind me when I made the shot,
Right.
and I captured the reflection.
You got them right at the access point, right behind that post in the window in front of you, which wipes out the top of them. Effectively, the longer I look at it, the more I can see the whole person.
Yeah, there's someone there, but there are sort of different quadrants, different areas that are lighter or darker, and in some areas, this figure is more or less visible. Yeah.
This is really nice.
Thanks. Yeah, I was very inspired during this project, and maybe I'll show one or two more.
Yeah, it's very nice composition. It looks like you placed every element very carefully.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, and I'll mention that I used my X-Real Beam Pro for this photo, which turned out to be a good choice. It's not too bulky, so I was able to easily crop it out of the reflection.
What camera is that?
The X-Real Beam Pro is a Android-based sort of tablet stereo camera. I'll show it after the slideshow. I've got it handy. It's really meant as an accessory for some AR glasses, but it has a capable stereo camera on it. Here, I'll put a link in the chat.
Sound it's interesting.
There were workshops on that camera at the convention, and a lot of us have the camera and really like it. It's got a little bit closer lens configuration, but so you need to be 5 feet or less really for most of the work. But it's really very sharp, good color.
Yeah,
I need to
That's-
get one because it's got a much wider stereo base than my hydrogen one.
Yeah, it's 50 millimeters.
Yeah, it'd be a real luxury for me.
Yeah.
And I like the wide angle lenses. The images look great.
The funny thing about it, one of our members went to the Mall of America with his twin rig, and the security came up and gave him a hassle, said it was a professional camera and he couldn't use it, but he could use a cell phone. So the rest of us that were walking around with our Beam Pro didn't get questioned at all. It looks just like a cell phone.
Yeah, and it's pretty reasonably priced, $200.
Plus
And,
tariffs. No.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
keep that in mind. Yes, it's meant to pair with a set of AR glasses, which I've heard good things about. I don't own them myself, but maybe someday I will.
The
You
glasses
don't
like
need to have glasses.
sorry.
Yeah, you don't need.
You don't
them.
need to have the glasses to use it at all. It's just another way of viewing it that makes you feel like you're doing VR.
And the
And-
glasses are more expensive than the camera, right?
Yes, and you can use the glasses for other VR things also, and so it's not just for use on this camera.
There are
But
different
don't make-
models. Yeah, there are different models of the glasses too. The earlier version, several people prefer than the newer ones. And I'm interested in it as using it for a second monitor when working in Stereo Photo Maker or just viewing slides. A lot of people load up movies on them and they're watching them on the plane. Nobody knows they're doing anything. They look like regular glasses.
and you can store quite a bit.
Yeah, they look like sunglasses.
Yeah.
They're lightweight, easy to wear.
Yeah, it's a great device. I've gotten a lot of use out of mine. It's very portable and it's very discreet. As Phyllis said, it just looks like a smartphone, and for some reason, people don't mind you taking photos of them with a smartphone so much as they might with a DSLR or a twin camera rig, for example.
Right. And it has a lot of built-in foolproof features, such as if you're turning the camera in the wrong orientation, it tells you, turn it, turn it into landscape mode. You can't use this camera in portrait mode in certain features. So
you can do video with it, either 2D or in 3D, and you can do 2D pictures or 3D pictures.
Well, you'll see, I did the whole interview of Jake at Hot Sam's using the Beam Pro in video mode.
And I did also from a different angle.
So we should have our B-roll covered.
All right.
Yeah.
One more thing I'll say about it before we move on is that it outputs regular side-by-side full-width JPEGs. The alignment is perfect, and you can easily bring them into Stereo Photo Maker and do your edits there. All right, thank you. Let's move on to Melinda's This is Sparta.
Yeah, so just feeding some of the birds in my neighborhood, and there's a huge flock of starlings, and had a bunch of cowbirds here also, the little brown-headed cowbird in the lower left. And the cowbirds are the more aggressive. You can see him shoving away one of the starlings, and that's what reminded me of the was the movie 300, with the line "This is Sparta," when one of the characters, kicking the guy into the hole. You can see him. He's on one leg here, and he's tipping backwards, but luckily he has wings. And
Great action.
yeah, thanks. The guy on the right, he got a little bit of food, and he's getting away with it. And the guy on the lower right, I guess he's biding his time.
Is that blur his wing, or?
Yes, that's probably his right wing. It's
some great poses on the other three. They look like a trio of dancers there.
Yeah, you know, when you freeze it, you can see what's really going on. I mean, there's so much activity, and at the speed their minds must be going, it probably all makes sense. And just to us, it's just a blur until we get a little glimpse into.
And this was shot with your
moment.
red?
Yes. Yeah, it's a great subject because I can keep the camera about 2 feet away. That's like perfect. But I can't like shoot individual moments. I just have to shoot randomly as they come and go, and then find out later what I got.
Is it stills or video?
Just stills. I did try a little video. Finally, not great results, but I didn't spend a lot of time looking at it yet. But
I find it really handy for nature and little kids. If you shoot video, then you have that option of grabbing individual frames.
Yeah, especially if you get a shot that you like, then at least you can go a frame or two one direction or the other and fix a problem.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time doing that. I'm still I'm still just taking what I get, but yeah, maybe I'll try some more with video. It's just a little lower resolution, at least with the H1.
Linda, you've got some great action shots tonight.
Thanks.
And yeah, the perfect subject for the red hydrogen one.
Definitely. I really like Starlings.
And I can see the one that appears to be flying way off your hand in the right corner area seems to have, are those, I don't know if those are breadcrumbs or seeds or what, but I can see it has one in its beak. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's
it got where it
breadcrumbs.
came from.
He's definitely getting away with a surprise.
Great detail. And amazing synchronization. Speaking of video, Jay has posted an interview with Sue Berry that is on YouTube. It's in the chat. And he's also requesting, Jay is asking for a few minutes of Beam Pro video that he would like to experiment with. If someone can supply him with a 5-minute clip, he's testing a Quest-based video editor, and he supplied his email address there. So if someone can assist Jay, please do. And Roberto, what's this link in the chat?
Well, this is a video. Well, I used to film video with my HTC 3D, and I filmed some stuff with at the CES. I believe it was 12 years ago. Wow. And well, if you want to see the video, this was a screen, a vapor screen that you can see 3D. So this was like the perfect way to see it in 3D.
Yeah, we played with those HTC 3D smartphones. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. I think I told the story. We had a HTC
Yes, you got
representative
a
drop by one of
sponsor.
our meetings. Yeah.
Yeah, it came by with I think 3 engineering models, and I used mine for quite some time.
I got a lot of use out of mine too. I had to baby it, but I got some good stuff.
I still have mine. I haven't used it in years. Now I've got the X-Real Beam Pro and the red hydrogen one. Okay, thank you, Melinda. Let's move on. Oleg. Coming up next is massage at the Hamilton Farmers Market.
Yeah, I live in quiet Marin County, and there isn't much going on like there is in Oakland. So I just go to the farmers markets and take pictures of them.
Oleg, you can come to Oakland if you want. I wouldn't recommend walking around with your camera rig necessarily, but there is plenty of action. Well, this is a nice, peaceful scene.
I've been using a long lens, so most of the people don't realize I'm taking a picture.
What lens are you using? What's the size?
Let's see, 85 millimeters.
85. Yeah, doesn't look too telescopic to me. It doesn't have that kind of cutout look that you get with some telescopic stereophotography. telephoto.
Yeah. I've been using telephoto a lot. Don't have to explain to people that you're taking the picture, they just don't know it.
And of course, you used to take very telephoto photos with the
Boiler Alley.
the surf photography I was thinking of at Mavericks.
Boiler Alley,
Boiler Alley, is that what it is?
I believe so. Wasn't it right? Isn't that right, Oleg?
Or Steamers Lane?
Boiler
No,
Alley.
it isn't that. I can't remember. My brain doesn't work.
Steamers Lane or Mavericks?
That's what it was. Thank you.
So, Oleg, I'm curious, have you considered cropping this one to include just the little area under the canopy?
Um,
Because it makes a nice natural frame. The
yeah, I actually, this is actually cropped already. I could do that. But I like it offset. I like that sign to be sort of in the middle of the picture. Massage today, which is the name of the, I think that's
yeah,
what
it's still prominent if you cut down just to the left of it. But take a look, see what you think anyway.
I think the mandala balances out that side of the picture.
Well, thank you, Oleg. And if you want to experiment with this one, we'd love to see what you do with it.
Oh, I've already gotten it. I had the full shot.
This is it. You're good.
I liked it cropped.
All right. Thank you, Oleg. Jay, this is Washington Square Park chalk.
Yeah. So this guy's part of the Washington Square Park Mutual Aid. Right, like in front of him, they set up a buffet, and like every Friday, they just give out free food, clothing swap, that sort of thing, trying to build community. So I just asked him if it was okay to take his picture, and waited till somebody interested in, like, lined up with the text. So I have no idea what that cloaked figure is. And also Lume Pad.
Looks like a URL. I can't read it though.
Yeah, I put the URL for their Instagram.
There it is. It's right in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the kind of composition that the Lume Pad camera was really made for. This kind of, more intimate shot where you're a little closer to the subject. And the separation isn't so far that this is difficult to view. It's very comfortable. At least it is on my Lume.
Yeah, not having an infinity with the whole backdrop of the trees helps. Yeah.
I love how the text makes a leading line.
Yeah.
And it connects the two figures in black.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I like stay there about 10 minutes just waiting for people to go. 5 minutes. Yeah. A bunch of people went by. Yeah.
Good thought. Good result.
And great light too. Looks like you have more of that sort of reflected ambient light.
So Matt, you broke up.
Oh, I was just saying you've got great light in this one. Looks like more of that reflected ambient light. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
The next one is mine. The title is Recapping a Power Supply. And the story I will tell about this is that I've been attending the Vintage Computer Festival since 2004. It's an annual event held on the West Coast at the Computer History Museum in Mountain View. And over the years, I've shown a few photos from it. It's a really hard event to photograph in stereo. It's crowded and it's just not really the right kind of event. But this time I brought my Hydrogen 1 and I'm very happy with this shot. I finally feel like I got a photo that captures the spirit and the character of this event. And I asked him if I could photograph him, and then I just stood there for like 10 minutes and photographed him working.
Yeah, it works really well. I mean, the exposure, everything is great. You've got to talk about those negative spaces. It's everything around all the borders are sort of framing the sort of intimate space in the middle. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just kept getting closer and closer and closer until this final shot, which is the one that really worked. And really, this is the one that had a good amount of depth also. You really, with that camera, just have to get right up close. As Melinda, I'm sure, can attest.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
And I'm not sure if he's actually recapping this. By recapping, I mean he would be replacing the capacitors on a circuit board. Capacitors do fail over time. They're like little batteries, and the chemistry in them just eventually sort of reacts. All right, thank you. Oleg, tell us about Yellow Booth at Hamilton Farmers Market. I think I misspelled that. Is it Hamilton Farmers Market?
Yes, Hamilton.
It's Hamilton.
Yeah, I brought the foreground forward of the window. And it was a little tricky following the contour on the right side of the floor. But I did it.
Oleg, is this a new technique of yours, putting the title and the location, incorporating that in the image?
I've done that a lot before. It's good to, it reinforces the window if the lettering is at the window.
I see.
I have dozens of pictures like that now.
Very nice. Thank you, Oleg. And then finally, for our open group tonight, Bob, I'm not sure I can pronounce this. Macrame Man. That's
Yes,
what it is.
yeah.
Macrame Man.
Yeah, this is Boris Starosta, who is quite a good photographer and a stylish hat wearer, I guess. This is something that caught my eye, and just had to do a portrait of him. I suggested he go out in the sun and get a little tan, but he didn't. He didn't do that. But I thought he looked wonderful, like a human cartoon here.
What camera did you use?
This is an iPhone Cha-Cha.
Oh, wow. He must have been very cooperative.
Oh yeah, and I used it on the widest setting. I think it's the full fisheye that it has, not fisheye, but wide angle lens. And given the subject matter and that I wanted it to be kind of cartoony, it did the job, I think.
Very effective.
Thanks. I have a, he happened to have another hat, and Larry Ferguson, who's also follically challenged, they were nice enough to pose for me. So I have another shot of the two of them. And Boris was quite supplied with a number of different facial expressions that he generously donated to the shoot. So I may show one of those later. I think I may have even sent one in, but
The other hat's a different color too.
yeah.
Yeah, please.
I did do a
send
little
some-
touch up, as is the case with many cha-chas. I think I took out a plug in the back wall, and the space between his glasses had some anomalies. So
Can you put the link for the voting in the chat?
Yes.
The-
You read my mind, Phyllis. So here's what's going to happen. We've completed the Open Division slideshow. We're going to make our selections. I'm going to run through them again and share the maker and the title. We'll vote. We will look at the results. And then we will move on to part 2 of tonight's meeting, our special division. The submittals for the special were pretty limited. We have 5 special division stereo photos tonight. So after we vote on these, we will go through the special and we'll vote again. I've put the link for the Open Division poll in the chat, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back pretty quickly so don't get motion sick if you're watching. The link to the poll, as well as a QR code to the poll, will be on the title slide. And we're getting there. Give YouTube and Twitch a few moments to catch up. We'll start with the title slide because I just want to give everyone the opportunity who needs it to use the QR code or follow the link on the slide if you don't have access to the Zoom chat. If you are able to participate on your phone or tablet or computer, please do. The more people who vote, the more interesting the results are. So let me go ahead and go through the slideshow. These photos of the Stereo Vision show at the Internet Archive are not part of the poll. Let me wait for things to catch up here. Okay. And I'll just spend a few moments on each one. This is Salt Crystals by Ed. Como Park Conservatory by Bob. Mirror 01 by Jay. Fairy Fest 2025 by Matt. Anchor Chain Factory by Melinda, and this is a found stereo. Bubble Girl and Spectators at Novato Wine Festival by Oleg. Do These Beers Make Our Butts Look Big by Bob. Drunk
Actually, that
Ale.
should go to Phyllis.
Well, okay. If you're voting on Do These Beers Make Our Butts Look Big, the vote is going to Phyllis. Next is Drunk Ale by Roberto. Sugar Crystal by Ed. Steam by Jay. Nautical Goodfells by Matt. Ollie Up by Melinda. Diners Having Breakfast at Hangar 6 by Oleg. The title may be incorrect on the poll. Clifford's Car by Bob Bloomberg. Netflix version by Roberto. Washington Square Park Afternoon version 2 by Jay. Negative Space by Matt. This is Sparta by Melinda. Massage at the Hamilton Farmers Market by Oleg. Washington Square Park Chalk by Jay. Recapping a Power Supply by Matt. Yellow Booth at Hamilton Farmers Market by Oleg. And Macrame Man by Bob. And I'll end it there. If anyone needs the link to the poll, because this slide doesn't have that link, let me know. It is also posted in the Zoom chat. Let's take 60, 90 seconds or so, as long as we need, to make our selections.
Tough choices.
Yeah.
All right, while we're making our selections, and before we start with our special, I want to announce that next week Tuesday, August 19th, I'll be showing our Andrew J. Russell slideshow at the Oakland Museum of California to the museum staff. It's a private screening, but if anyone is interested in attending, let me know, and I'm sure I can get you in. It's during the day. We need to meet there at 11:30 sharp because they're actually closing the museum for this event. So if you're interested, let me know. I don't know. I can probably carpool one additional person. My car is going to be packed with projectors and whatnot. But if you're interested, let me know, and I will arrange to get you in. It's the same slideshow that we showed at the Internet Archive a few months ago and that we've shown at other events. Does anyone need more time with the poll? If not, I'll go ahead and show the results. I'm going to stop our share here. And I'm going to share the results. All right. Well, we'll call first place a tie between Bob's Como Park Observatory, Roberto's Drunk Ale, Jay's Steam, and Melinda's This is Sparta. Well done. And I guess we can make a second place out of Roberto's Netflix version and my Negative Space. Thank you very much. And the third, we will, well, that's some kind of an 8-way tie. Thank you, everyone, for participating, and well done. Incidentally, the poll results do stay posted. Let me look into finding a way to share those links, because I don't think you can just go to the website and find them. Let me look into that. All right. We will now continue with the special division. And let me try to share our screen again. It might take me a few tries. Oh, got it right the first time. And we're already streaming on YouTube and Twitch. And we'll start with one of mine. The title and the name of the sculpture is The Dog. It's by Adrian Zuana. And this was one of a number of these oversized sculptures at Yerba Buena Gardens in San Francisco. I used my X-Real Beam Pro, which is why it doesn't have a lot of depth in the background. But because of those wide lenses, I was able to get right up close. And I put in a false frame. I think it enhances the depth. And I see I made an error. There's, looks like there's a single pixel black line where the ears intersect with that false frame. I'll go back and correct that. Yeah, X-Real Beam Pro.
It reminds me a type of sculpture here in Mexico that we name alebrijes that we make with paper, and it's really colorful. But these are like demons and really cool stuff. I will submit one of those maybe next time.
Sounds great. Yeah. I know these are oversized. These are quite large, and I don't have a person next to this one for scale, but it might be 12 or 15 feet tall.
Okay.
All right. Melinda, tell us about Donut Thief.
Yeah, so this one took a lot of work. I was wondering what kind of false frame thing to do, and then we had our presentation at the Internet Archive, and both of these images were part of my portfolio that was shown, and so that's probably what made me think of putting them together. And so for the donut picture, I had to flip it horizontally so that the donuts are feeding into the middle of the image, and then get my other image to get the hand nicely ready to grab the donuts at the end. And thanks. Yeah, it was. I mean, each of the steps involved wasn't maybe overwhelming or anything, but there were like so many steps I had to do, and lots of this I was just really winging it. It was yeah, I'm just not used to doing this kind of work too much, but
Well,
but
worth it.
yeah, thank you. I was pleased with the result.
Did you do this in Photoshop or Stereo Photo Maker? There's a lot of editing happening here.
Yeah, mostly Photoshop. Also, IR Fan View, my standard image viewer. Stereo Photo Maker, only at the alignment step. So I did this all in one frame. So I ended up essentially dropping 4 different pictures in and aligning them independently, one at a time, and getting all the selections right so that they overlap properly was very time consuming. And yeah, and then once I had the panel laid out and working, at least by free viewing it, then I saved it out and brought it brought it into our fan view, separated out a left and a right view, and then I let Stereo Photo Maker get the alignment perfect.
It looks
Fun
flawless.
idea.
I love how you
Yeah,
have the
everything
2
about it,
frames.
color palette, framing, just wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Do you go back and forth when editing to see how the stereo match the frame?
Oh, I edited in stereo.
Yeah, but do you go back and forth, or you edited the whole both at the same time, like?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much always free viewing it while I'm working.
Wow.
That part's not that hard. You just get good at free viewing, and it's pretty natural. At least I find it. I find it natural, especially for deciding on the depth of individual elements. So I'll have the 2 images, the 2 things side by side, and then I'll have one of them selected, and then while previewing, I move it left and right, which causes the depth of of the items change. So I just very carefully move it side to side and get the depth perfect.
Okay.
It's not that hard, but you have to be a little careful. But it's fun to move things around in 3D like that. But it requires having a good selection of the object that you're moving around.
Okay.
Both of these photos got a big reaction at the Stereo Vision slideshow at the Internet Archive, particularly the creative, I forget the title of it. I think it's part of this one.
Oh, skipping recursion. Yeah,
That's
it's
it, yeah.
that one actually scares people. Kind of, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I get it. It's at least at first, I guess it can be a little shocking. But I don't know.
Well, it looks like you aligned these perfectly in the sense that the hand coming out of the recursion is actually grabbing one of those donuts.
Yeah, I tried to get it just on the right spot. There were a couple little challenges. Like I had to invent a little bit of donut between two of my fingers there. On one frame, there was no donut there. And also at the last minute, I decided to add a white border around the recursion picture. It didn't have one to start with. The donut picture had a border, but
Definitely helps for harmony.
yeah, thanks. And it's a little bit brighter and slightly wider than the donut border, which is perfect for the depth. And that actually I drew in IR fan view. That was like at the very end. I just drew in those lines.
Yeah,
If you revisit, you might want to throw a shadow on the donuts under the hand.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. I don't trust myself to do that though.
It wouldn't have to be much, just maybe just a curve, just a slight shading, maybe even a gradient.
Yeah, and it might kind of help to hide some. I mean, there's some very minor artifacts of editing that would de-accentuate too.
Yeah, it wouldn't have to be much at all.
Yeah, good idea. Thanks.
yeah, very effective. Thank you, Melinda.
Thank you.
Oleg, we have 2 false frames by you. The first is musician at the Hamilton Farmers Market.
Yeah, this picture has a whole lot of things in it that doesn't make much sense. So I circled or did a frame of the parts that I was thought told the story.
I like that the frame around the guy is behind the umbrella pole.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like the microphone boom is going through that frame around the musician.
Yeah, and then the tip jar frame is set like a foot in front of the other ones.
Yeah, that's very innovative, Oleg. highlighting framing the points of interest. And then also from Oleg, I think this is a similar technique. The title is 3 Pedestrians at the Novato Wine Festival.
Yeah, again, it was so busy, there was no real story to them. Well, I figured it was 3 pedestrians. That's why.
Now maybe they're secret agents honing in on them.
It looks like the Terminator vision.
Yes.
There should be like text above them saying their height and
Their
shape and
stats.
yeah, exactly.
Looks like the image from the TV show Missing.
Just in 3D.
Yeah.
Well, what a great technique, Oleg. Thank you.
See, now you need a shadow of the windows on the ground.
I'll bet
Ooh.
Oleg could pull that off. And coming up next by Bob Bloomberg is Hotel Pool.
Explanation needed.
Not nearly a false frame, actually, but it's a work in progress. I was just curious to see, get some reaction on it. This was our hotel pool for 3D Con.
Sure glad I didn't go swimming in it.
Yeah, well, he likes to grab ladies late at night and drag them underwater.
It's very fun.
Yeah, thanks, Bob.
Sure.
So after that, we're going to vote again. I'll go through them again. Now, this is actually an incorrect link. It's a different poll. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat. And if you can't see it, it's strawpoll.com/GGSS-special. So it's the same URL that we see on the slide, just append dash special to the end. I didn't have time to whip up a custom title slide for this. Let's take a look at these again.
This is only one we are going to choose, right?
That's correct. Since it's such a small group, just select your favorite. In fact, it'll only let you select your favorite. This is The Dog by Adrian Zuana by Matt. Donut Thief by Melinda. Musician at the Hamilton Farmers Market by Oleg. 3 Pedestrians at the Novato Wine Festival by Oleg. And Hotel Pool by Bob Bloomberg.
By the way, Bob, can I ask about your hotel pool? I'm guessing that you put the creature in the pool. Is that correct?
Yes. He was not there.
Okay, good. It's very realistic. I needed to know. Thank you.
Sure. That was a cha-cha, by the way. I did clone a little bit of the water.
Oh, I was gonna say the water looked perfect. Yeah, you did
Yeah, no, I took a part of it that was not perfect and just skewed it back a little bit, and then had to cut the creature up a little bit.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you did a good job. Because like over the steps and everything, it looks very real.
Thanks.
You could expect to find like a life-size statue of the creature at an event like 3D Con, and I can imagine in the middle of the night, Bob hurling it into the pool for a photo
Yeah, that's right.
opportunity.
This is actually, I had done this stereo of the creature for a custom birthday card for Gary Shackner, and who was traveling in Venice. So I had the creature coming out of the canal next to his boat.
At one of our 3D cons many years ago, we had a pool similar to this, and we had a pool party at night, and saw this movie while we were in the pool, and of course somebody has to go swimming underground or underwater
That
and
was
start snatching people.
that was my claim to fame. I was stereo theater chairman that year and did, as far as I'm aware, the first 3D dive-in theater.
It was
And
wonderful.
we projected, I don't know how it survived. We had
trapped.
a 16 millimeter projector poolside, and I kept running in and out of the water to adjust it. And we had a screen, and people were wearing glasses. We'll have to show some shots from that. But Ron Labby swam underwater, and at certain crucial points of the film would grab people by the legs.
Yes, and I was one of them.
That makes it a 4DX show if you've got
Yeah, definitely.
physical
It was a big
interactions.
hit because it was extremely warm in Mesa. This was Mesa in 2000.
I think it was Expo 2 or Expo 3. They had a casting of the original creature head in a case on display. I've got some good stereo shots of that somewhere.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah, I'll make it a point to find some of those shots from the dive-in theater and
Yeah, please do.
send them in.
Does anyone need more time with the special poll, or does anyone need the link to the special division poll?
Got to hit results, sorry.
I'll go ahead and show these results.
All right.
First, I need to share.
We have a champion.
Yes, well done, Melinda.
I could bet heavy money on this one.
Yeah, it was an exceptional creative effort. I think it really paid off. Probably my personal favorite from the evening. And thank you for your vote for me and for Bob Bloomberg as well.
Yeah.
Very nice. You know, in the olden days, we would meet once a month in person. We would set up projectors, or later the 3D TV. We would have both an open division and a special division. And we even had a print division, and we somehow crammed all that into a 2-hour meeting. I don't know how we did it.
After half an hour of wrestling with the equipment.
Yes.
So 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Assuming it worked at all, there were a couple of, like once a year or something, we went home without it seeing anything.
Yeah.
Right. We just couldn't get it to work. Those projectors were a nightmare. The projectors that we have now are a piece of cake to align and configure and set up compared to those. So I'm impressed that we are only 6 minutes over, considering we did 2 divisions. Of course, the special was a little smaller. I think this worked out well. August meetings are always a little uncertain. A lot of people are on the road at 3D Con, on road trips for their stereo photography. So I think this worked out well this year. Our next meeting is Tuesday, September 2nd. Let me confirm that. Yes, Tuesday, September 2nd. And the second is the open division. Our special division follows on Tuesday, September 9th. And the special subject for September is color. And what do I have here as a description? Highlight realistic color or manipulate colors in a stereo photo creatively. Color covers a lack of color as well, including monochromatic and black and white stereo photos. So it's pretty wide open. Interpret this as you wish. The remaining special division subjects for 2025 are a little more traditional. They're not quite as technical as they have been for this year. We've got color, a creative in October, action in November, and scapes in December.
Okay.
And that's our meeting. But
All
before
right.
we call it, does anyone have anything they'd like to announce or share? Do I have anything to announce or share? I think I did want to say that, just real quick, I've mentioned this a couple times, the Solano Stroll. We will be having a 3D pop-up theater on Sunday, September 14th at the Solano Stroll, which is a big street festival. I only mention it because I attended an orientation last week, and I suspect that will be a big hit. And I have a question. If anyone has any ideas for cleaning 3D glasses in bulk, because I know a lot of people will be coming through, and we'll be cleaning a lot of glasses as they recycle them. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know. I'd rather not open up 500 little lens wipe packages and generate all that litter. But if anyone has a better idea, let me know. And I promise that's all I have for
think
tonight.
maybe
Yes.
what you call it, ultrasonic cleaner. Did you dump them in a bucket?
Does anyone have
Or
an
even
ultrasonic cleaner?
just baskets with some soapy water would probably be plenty. And just dunk
Or
that in a basket or something.
Probably not
I
too
suppose
soapy.
alcohol in a bucket.
Little alcohol too. Mhm.
Yeah.
That'll
Something
dry
that won't,
faster.
something that
Sanitizing
won't
them?
spot when it dries.
Yeah. Maybe alcohol and distilled water, or distilled water and a little bit of dish soap. Okay, it gives us some ideas.
So
It's,
residue.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't want spots.
yeah, we'll probably have to wipe them down also, or put them on a rack to dry. We kind of encountered this at Maker Faire 2023. I hadn't really thought about it at the time, but now I just want to be prepared. We have over 100 sets of glasses, so we're not going to run out or anything. But
And I've got more Real D glasses. I've got a case.
great, yeah. I might lean on you for those, Tor.
All right.
All right. That's enough from me. Does anyone else have anything to share before we call it? Well, thanks, guys. I hope you had a nice summer vacation from the Golden Gate Stereoscopic Society last week. Appreciate the turnout, and I will see everyone here. I hope to see you on the 2nd. And if you're interested in the Oakland Museum of California, AJ Russell, just send me an email and we'll work it out. Until then,
Right.
I'll see you next month. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.